everybody, welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Ivy Hartman. Lifting the spirits of America's troops and their families is the mission, or one of the missions, of the USO, and Sara Colvin is now joining me from the USO of Missouri. I liked the idea of the motto when we talked earlier about a little taste of home, or a little feeling of home wherever you are, is what the USO likes to say that they are able to do for our servicemen and women. Talk about how you guys do that just right here in St. Louis.
Sure. Well, here in St. Louis, we operate our James S. McDonald USO as well as a USO facility at Terminal 2. And our main terminal facility is open 365, 24/7, providing a touch of home wherever they're going, wherever they're headed to. Everything in our facility is free. We have a sleeping room, a cyber cafe, a canteen, free food, a nursery, all that. So just giving them a little respite from their travels.
It was interesting. My son visited that location not too long ago with his Boy Scout troop. Of course, the boys were really taken with the video game.
Of course.
And there were servicemen and women just sleeping places.
Yes.
And they talked about the needs that you guys have in order to service these servicemen and women who are coming through. So talk about, you feed them, you give them a place to sleep. So talk about what we can do to help.
You know, we always say, you know, cash is king, but in the facility, there's other things that we need. You know, individually wrapped foods, such as potato chips and cookies and lunch meat and bread and cheese. You know, we make sandwiches. We're known worldwide for our famous chili cheese dogs, of course. And
oh.
yeah.
Too bad we can't get in on that,
well,
you know?
You have to have something coveted for the military.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're always looking for things on our wish list, which can be found on our website, which really help our facility operations.
Now, with that facility, we're specifically talking about the locations in the airports.
Yes.
It's about to pick up, because for you guys, summer is a really busy time.
It is. We go into a time called summer surge, and it's basically when all of the high school graduates are starting to enlist and go into basic training. And since Fort Leonard Wood is in close proximity to us, we are a big stopgap for all the recruits before they're heading down to basic training, and they eat us out of house and home.
Yeah, so we can give in terms of cash, you said.
Absolutely.
And even time. 950 volunteers.
And counting.
Wow.
It takes an army, it really does. It takes a lot of people to run what we do. You know, being that we're open 24/7, 365, you know, that's a lot of man hours.
Right.
We also have a mobile that we staff that goes out and travels throughout the state of Missouri and Southern Illinois. And all of our special events and programs require volunteer assistance. It's a very small time staff. You know, it's very volunteer based. We couldn't do it without the volunteers, and we're always looking for more.
Well, let's talk about why that's so important, because your guys' funding and aid is solely through private donations.
Yes. We are not government, DOD, United Way, or national USO funded. We are a local nonprofit. Therefore, all of the funds that we raise are raised here in the state of Missouri and in Southern Illinois, and we keep those funds here. So we're able to use those funds to directly impact the local military and their families. And it's through the generosity of our local community and you and I and our corporate sponsors that help us do that.
That's awesome. Now, you mentioned the mobile unit. So in addition to our locations at the airport, what else are you guys doing?
Sure. Our mobile unit travels to homecomings, deployments, unit morale events, training events, range events. We also have a USO club down at Fort Leonard Wood on the Army Post. And on any given Sunday there, we can have upwards of 1,000 to 1,500 trainees just taking a day out of their training and relaxing at the USO.
Are you finding that a lot of the people who are passionate about the USO and its mission are impacted personally by military service?
Yes and no. We have a lot of people that have no connection to the military, but they want to give back in some way, shape, or form, and this is their way to do it. But we do also have a lot of retirees, a lot of veterans, and a lot of family members that have people in the service that support.
That's awesome. Okay, so you guys heard it here, you know, cash is king, but you can definitely donate your time. They need food. You can do all kinds of movies, games. They need all kinds of things. So the USOMissouri.org, they're also on Facebook and Twitter so that you can get more information. And there's a full list on the website at USOMissouri.org of all of the things that they need, and a way that you can also become a volunteer with the USO.
Absolutely.
All right, Sara has agreed to stay on for a little bit more, because you guys have two special events coming up, fundraising events, and they're kind of unique and neat. So stick around, because we'll talk with Sara more about that when we come back. So don't go anywhere.